I need to clean my palette. Oh, that was a bit disgusting actually. What is up guys, welcome to another video, and today we are back on Auto Mid-Lister. I apologise in advance for any clickbait titling that has gone on to try and get your attention for this video, because to be quite honest, if I did put Auto Mid-Lister in the title, which I may or may not do, I can't tell, maybe Future Cam decides not to clickbait this video. I'm not sure what he's going to do. Are you going to clickbait this video?
Kind of.
Ah. Interesting. Anyway, today, we're on Auto Mid-Lister, like I said before. We're going to go and customise a car. I have got a game save, and I've got all the cars in the game now, so that's good. I want to see if there's a Suzuki Swift. There is not. Hey, we talking about gang shit. Right, so we've got a bunch of cars to choose from in this game. The range of cars is just insane. Everything from 4GTs to NSXs to R34s. Let's go ahead and have a look at what Nissan have to offer. So all the cars are unlocked now. Like I said, I got the game save, which has everything unlocked. We've got the 32, which I could use, but we used that in the last episode, so that's a bit boring. 350, 300ZX, Silvia, another Silvia, 240. R31? Is that? That is a lot of cars, and this is just Nissan. Right, there's a lot of cars in just Nissan alone. Now, just to give you guys a kind of like scope of how mad this car list really is, especially for 2003, what we'll do is we'll go to Dodge first. You can see we have a Viper, which is pretty insane, and if we go over to Ford over here, we've got the Mustang GT or the Cobra GT like we said yesterday, but as well as that, we've got a Ford GT, which in a game which is kind of Japanese-centric, that's really cool. We've even got like tuner brands from Japan, like Tamikara in this game. Is that Shelby? Is that like the Mustang Shelby? Yes, it is. Okay, that's the Cobra 47. If you don't know what that is, that's what it is. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the car list is pretty huge in this game. Right, now, just to make this a bit interesting, I could go Nissan. I think we're going to go Mitsubishi and look at an Evo. Look, like, what even is that? A Colt Goliant GTO GSR. Never even heard one of those in my life. A GTO. We could go with, like, obviously an Evo. I think I'm leaning more towards the Evo 7. Let's go ahead and build an Evo 7. Why not? And we'll build one in red. Right, name the car. What do we want to name the car? Yes, Boylen. It's the Evo Boylen. Right, so I think we've just purchased the car. Asked us for the license plate and stuff. Obviously, I put not safe work in. Let's see what... Ooh, can we engine swap this car? Because you can do engine swaps in this game. Is it going to give us any options? Replacing the engine negates all tuning effect. Okay. Right, so it looks like we can actually swap the engine with any car from Mitsubishi. Now, this doesn't really make a lot of sense, to be quite honest, especially as the Evo 7's engine is probably going to be the best one of them all. But I did kind of want to show you guys that this is possible if you want to. So if you did want to go ahead and put a GTO engine in, or is that an FTO? I can't remember which one it was. But essentially, if you want to put that in, you can. But we're not going to bother because I think this has got the best engine in possible. But what we can do over here is visually customize the car, which we're definitely going to do. Now, I'm not sure how many parts are going to be for this car because it's an Evo and it was relatively new when this came out, so we're just going to have a gander. Right, hoods. What hoods do we have on offer? So we've got a Rally Art hood, which is pretty much, it puts a roof scoop on, which is pretty cool, and we've got a Cusco one, which I'm assuming is more of a street style one. Don't really like either of those. We're not going to do any of that. Right, front bumper, I'm assuming they're going to be the same options. We've got another Rally Art one and the original. So wait, what does that do? I don't know what that does, but that seems a bit more aggressive. We'll do that. Again, another Rally Art one. This basically just transforms it into a rally car, which is actually kind of cool, to be fair. The fact you can kind of make the Evo rally car just in this game is very, very cool. But I think for the most part, we are just going to put these original parts on. I'm assuming that means parts they've made themselves, maybe. And we can also put a wing on it. We can either put, you know, the normal wing with a little white stripe, the Rally Art stripe. We can put a huge wing on, or we can do nothing. Now, I'm torn between that one or that one. Let's put a huge wing on, why not? And we can also now pick rims. Now, I'm noticing that some of the rims are actually not possible to put on this car, which is a bit weird. Possibly for licensing issues, I assume. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to put Nismo... Well, maybe you would want to put Nismo rims or TRD rims, but obviously, Mitsubishi don't really want that, nor did Toyota. That's really cool, though. We've got the LMGT4s. If you don't know what those are, I'll put a picture of it right now. It's those rims, which is really cool. They're in Need for Speed, fun fact. There's so many rims in this game. This is really, really cool. Right, I'm not sure how this is going to look. I guess we can change the colour in a minute, but we're going to put these on and change the colour. And then as for the lights, again, doesn't really do much. What does that really do? That just makes the inside a bit darker. We could put the tape. We'll put the taped ones on. We'll put the tape lights on. And I think we'll change this from red to white with kind of like a black carbonish hood. We're going to give it that look. Yeah, buddy, this is how we roll. That looks sick, if you ask me, to be honest. Also, because we didn't do this last time, we'll go ahead and put a body design on or something across those lines. Don't really know what this does. We can either put stripes in the car, which we're not going to do. What does this do? You can create a post that... Oh, so you can actually draw, like, vinyls and shit. We're not going to bother. Like, kind of similar to Forza. I didn't even know that was in the game. That is ahead of its time, if you ask me. It's really, really cool. We're not going to bother with that, because I could be here for years with that. But that's really cool to see that you can do that in this game. So, theoretically, if you wanted to create Brian's Evo from Too Fast, Too Furious, obviously minus the difference in car, you could do that. Theoretically in this game. Anyway, we're going to accept all of the changes there. That was a nice little lengthy customization section there. There's a lot to do in this game. And we're actually going to customize the performance now. We're going to go in depth and customize each individual thing with the performance of this thing. And we're going to take this out to Acuna. Right, so tires. We can either have sports, radial, semi-slicks, or slicks. I think semi-slicks probably going to be the best for this job. And we'll put Toyos on, why not? Racing brakes. And we'll just put Project U1s on. Never heard of that brand in my life. I'm going to miss out a few of the tuning options because some of them are just a bit, you know, normal and boring. But I've just found one here. It's the turbo option. So you can either put a bolt-on turbo, which is good for low RPMs, a mid-turbine, which is good for, you know, mid RPMs, and a full turbine, which is good for high RPMs. Now, considering we're going to be at Acuna, I think a middle turbine probably would be the best. And it gives you brands and stuff. We'll put HKS on, why not? But there's little things like that in the tuning section, which is really cool. Even for the exhaust, it's just really cool to see that these types of things are actually in the game. Now, of course, you'd expect to do this. We can also upgrade the engine, and there's numerous levels to the engine upgrading in this game. So we've got Una, which takes us up to a reasonable 369 horsepower. Then we've got 420. Gang. Whatever that is, that's freaking high. So we're going to put that on. And then we can also make the car lighter. This is going to be a machine. Johnny, now, please, Johnny, make him go away. I don't make a devil me, but I can't control me. I am actually retarded. I could have sworn, I don't know where I saw this or what I saw it on, but I could have sworn Acuna was on this game. But for whatever reason, it's not. I could have sworn that was on this game. But you know, since it's not, we're going to go to the next best thing. We're going to go to Akagi instead. I'm a retard. Ignore everything I said. I could have sworn it was, but obviously I'm wrong. And we're going to do the Akagi downhill. We're going to do the Akagi downhill. Hopefully in that car we just built, because that would make complete sense. Although I'm not sure if it's going to give us the option. I then struggled for the next 5 minutes trying to figure out how I could use the car I just customized in an arcade race. It turns out that you actually have to save the car, kind of like a favorite system like Gran Turismo. So yeah, it took me quite a while. We are having technical difficulties. I'm a bit lost right now, to be honest. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just know I'm trying to save this car so I can use it in arcade mode. Right, yes, right, save that one. It reminds me of when I was playing Initial D, and like I couldn't read the menus because they were in Japanese. This is kind of what this is like right now. It's a bit jarring. I did it! I made it work! That literally took me so long. That was ridiculous, but we've got it to work. Boylen is now in the garage selection menu. X, let's use him. Is it a boy or a girl? I mean, it's got boy in its name. But with that being said, woman has got man in its name. Should be woe man. Right, let's go ahead and do this. I've had no practice, so I don't know how easy or hard this is going to be. I guess we're just going to find out together, really. What the hell's that? What's that on the left? I don't think... Whoa, this is a bit weird. Right, here we go. We are on the Akagi downhill. This is so much faster than yesterday. This is so much harder than the last time I played, which was yesterday. This is on a different level of speed. Oh my lord. I can't even, like, they're just really fast. What? I haven't... What? There we go. We're going to go around you. What a pass right there. I'm still second, though. I'm only second right now. Right, whoever's in first, I don't know what type of fucking coke they've been sniffing, but they are on a mad one right now. What the mother? This has easily been my best run ever. Like, I'm actually doing really well. I'm not particularly messing up. I'm not making the corners very well. Minus that though, like the tight corners. Minus that, this has been the best run I've ever had. I'm taking these corners relatively well, but the AI, minus that, the AI are just on a different, I don't understand. There he is, I've caught up. I've caught up. I am not going to let you. Also, no, this isn't in the soundtrack. I've edited that in, just for anyone who's wondering. Right, here we go. I've got him right now. We're going to take you on the inside. Boom! The Evo will reign supreme on Akagi. God, we're just going to make sure we can keep the pace up. I don't know how I'm managing to do this right now. Don't lose control, Dad. Oh! Oh, yummy, aye. That's Japanese for wow. That was close. Right, it's at the end. We actually won. What's going on? I am just so proud of myself. I want to thank my mom, my dad, and Boylen for just pulling out an absolute clutch performance. Anyway, with that being said, that's been the second Auto Midlister video on the channel. If this does well, I might do another one just to round off like a series of 3. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome, stay safe, and peace.